Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all doing well. As I walk into a tree, wouldn't that just be lovely? Okay, here we are. Good evening, Miss Cora. Ignore the moans and grunts and shit. Hi, Daniel. Welcome in, buddy. It's been a day. We'll leave it at that. I've got to grab all my shit and get it over here before I can even start the fire. But no, the neighbors had something be delivered and they're not home just yet, so I went over and made sure it got put away, and I took care of the animals so that way when they get home they can just rest. So, hi Thomas. Oh, Bobby, I hate to do this, but you gotta move. Hey Andrew, how you doing, buddy? Alrighty. I don't know about from Portland, lady, but I'll do my best, Mr. Andrew. You're going for a ride, baby boy. And then you go, what up? Oh, I need to grab the lighter. Whee! Let me sing you the song of my people. It's the locust song. Okay. Good evening, Dave. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, good morning to Mr. Andrew. Andrew is on the other side of the roof of the room. Holy shit. On the other side of the world. So There we go. You got a good view of the fire pit, or as I call it, the peaks of despair. Hey, you know what? If I'm going to use the headset, I better make sure it's connected, huh? That was the wrong button. Beep, beep. Come on. Okay, I guess the headset turned off. Okay. Now you can hear my dumbass talk over the locust. My fluffy. I'm a baby boy. Last piece of paper I'm putting in. And we're going to kick this bitch and light her up. Fluffy, back up, bud. Come on, bud. Back up, Fluff. And Fluffy is going to play his normal fun self, and I'm going to have to chase him away. How's everyone doing tonight? Hopefully you're all doing well. Hey, Mike, welcome in, bud. We go up here and see. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you pushing for likes, bud. Yep. My boy likes his fire. He's a weirdo. So, what's everyone been up to today? That looks like it's going out, doesn't it? All right. You're gonna make me be mean now. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate y'all. I know you ain't gonna stick around for this. Look out, Bubby. I got lots of really good stuff in here to start it. But for some reason it keeps wanting to burn out. Come on. Visiting with friends is always a great day, huh, Mike? Alright, I guess we need more paper. Damn it. Dirty bit. What's the difference a day makes? Yesterday where fire went up perfect was fine. Today it's being difficult. I'm not fluffy. Unbelievable. Come on. I'm about to go get gasoline, y'all. I'm gonna have to remove some of this shit. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it really wants to burn. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell is going on with this tonight. I'm gonna have to dump this whole fucking thing out and repack it. We actually have something fucking going here. With this paper going up again and it's gonna go out in a second, I don't know. I guess we'll see in a minute, huh? That's tiny. No, don't get near that. Don't get near that. And the wind fucking blew it out again. I think we might have gotten somewhere, y'all. Maybe. Alright. Alright, let me check the chat and see if I can catch up on that. I apologize for not being on the chat. There are holes in the bottom, Daniel. Problem is that I'm getting too much wind. I think I finally got it under control though. Smoke underwater? That would be interesting, huh? Here we go. Now we got her. Hi, Maureen. How are you? I apologize for taking so long to get this going. Took me almost an hour. That's horrible. Mike. I don't know, bud. It just didn't want to catch fire today. I'm going to sit down for a minute and get a drink and enjoy some time with you all. Fluffy is enthralled with the fire. I can see that now. Your phone has a mind of its own? Well, that could lead to some interesting conversations, huh, Maureen? I'll work on getting that, Mike. They do make them. You got people having fires out by you too, huh, Maureen? We made homemade stewed tomatoes today. I don't know what the temperature is here. Let's go look. Right now it is 77 degrees. Yeah, I'm not a fried green tomato person, so she's gonna beat your ass, Daniel. Oh, Fluffy finally had enough of the heat and backed up, huh? All right, Daniel. I'm waiting for the cats to riot. Here you go. There's some kitties over that way. Kitty, 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 kitty. I think I singed my beard. Unlike the Democrats, I don't have willing participants that wanna loot and riot. So sorry, y'all. Hey, Casey. Did you go see your buddy Joe? I have a feeling Casey just gave me the finger, right? Awesome, Casey. Oh yeah, Andrew. Andrew went to the gym today. Leo, what are you doing, buddy? Mm. I'd like to get back to the gym. I need to um, get my back to work better than what it is now, though, first. You'd think this bark would go up like quick, but it's being a pain in the ass. Right, Daniel? Yeah, Casey, your equilibrium and balance is a huge thing, you know? Especially when you're trying to work out and stuff. You need to make sure you can stand up straight and not fall over. I know I got a big ass, Casey. Sorry. Should I do it again? Mike sounds like my mom now. Mom's always telling me that. I'll make sure I show you more in a minute. There we go. That'll last us a while. And you didn't have to see my ass. How about that? Apparently Mike's seen enough. He's out. He's like, I'm done. I'm just gonna go and turn the audio on and he's gonna go do some art stuff probably. I wonder how many people in here actually get that, Daniel. Wonder where Animal Farm is. Yeah, I'm gonna take and get ready to take you over and show you the sunset, but I'm waiting for Animal Farm to get here. Huh. It's a long ways to walk there, Mr. Andrew. Test some intelligence tonight? And how, pray tell, do you want to do that, Andrew? I can send you a link and you can hop up here with me, bud, if you want to. That goes out for anybody. Anybody who wants to hop up here with me, let me know. I'll send you a link. Right, Daniel? We were, oh shit, let me think here. 1984, I would have been, eight. 8 years old. Are you talking to Mom, Cora? Tell Mom we said hi. Friend. Well, tell him hi anyway. At this point, it pretty much is, Andrew. The Democrats are using it as a guide. All right, let's head over and get the sunset here. Peekaboo. Bring this up here. Trying to straighten this the hell out a little bit. All right. Ah. Hello. Okay, hold on there. We have to go through Discord. All right, Underhill, you got the invite, buddy. Okay. Here we go. Now we're gonna pan the sky here. There's your sunset tonight. You can see all the mountains in the background there. All right, we're gonna head over. Yeah, it was supposed to be a warning, Daniel, but they're using it as an instruction manual, buddy, which isn't good for us. Well, it kind of is and kind of isn't, because we know what the hell they're doing, what they're up to, and what they're doing. We just have to start. We have to stop being defensive and start going on the offense. You know what I mean? Hi, baby. Huh? She has a locust. I don't hit. Hi, Andrew. How you doing, buddy?
Greetings. Greetings. Do you have me?
I can hear you.
Good. Otherwise, I'm blaming my equipment.
Can you see her? Can you see the locust?
Yeah, I think I can see a locust. Now, is it a devouring locust, or is it a flesh-eating locust, or is it an all-consuming locust?
It's a pain in the ass, really loud locust.
I'm talking about the biblical thing. They talk about the locust. I think it's Revelation.
Yeah. Well, that and the plagues on Egypt. They were in there.
The plague of locusts, yeah, but the other one that I'm talking about is the variety of locusts that come and consume everything.
Yep.
Oh, and my reference to 1984, that's where Animal Farm's hanging out.
Yeah.
But I also note that that's a little bit more intelligence because you have to know that George Orwell wrote both books.
George Orwell was prophetic.
Mm-hmm.
Not pathetic, prophetic.
Well, he sort of knew what he was talking about.
There we go.
I did see the movie. I have almost read the book. I just can't remember where I put my copy. It's just getting boring. It is a hard slog.
Yeah.
And
As
as
you get
I said in
older,
the comments, I was subjected to having to read Animal Farm at high school, so I didn't enjoy it.
the state really thinks we are stupid and we must be managed and controlled like animals. Well, I think you all saw my comment under political where I responded to that lady who was trying to say that all Republicans are evil, hatred-filled, horrible people that are going to hell. And I politely asked her, I said, so how many cities did Republicans burn when they were rioting?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and I know what your next thing's going to be. Your next thing's going to be, oh, but January 6th. I said, think about this. I said, yes, some people were stupid enough to get caught up and led on by federal agents who are disguised as Trump supporters. I said, and they should be punished for if they were violent and did something stupid. They deserve to be punished. I said, but think about this. I said, the people in this country who own the most guns are going to try and overthrow the country, but didn't bring any guns. I said, make that make sense, because it doesn't. But they keep trying to push that narrative. But you can't talk facts to them because then they get mad and plug their ears and get butthurt.
Well, I think the DNC definitely summed it up. It's all about the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Once the vibes run out, they got fumes.
They got nothing. Amber Rose.
Well,
really,
as I've heard on Sky News specifically, there was no mention of policy at all.
Nope.
No mention of anything except for being joy, an electric atmosphere, and Trump was mentioned.
And her own state passed on her the first time they were called for their vote.
Well, let's not also forget that the first time she went back after actually being sworn in as vice president, 2 people turned out to see her.
Yeah, no one really likes Kamala.
And then on the second trip, nobody turned out.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that being the president and vice president is a thankless job because you're never going to win over 100% of the population. Never. You're always going to have some percentage of people that are not going to agree with what you do.
Yep.
So,
and
I mean,
this will be Obama's 5th term as president.
Pretty much. This time he gets to put
strings.
It's just this time he's the one that he gets to finally put his hand up a woman's ass instead of a man's.
That's a very gross ventriloquist. That is.
Crap.
I got to watch myself though. I can be a little bit slightly crazy in the humor side.
You need to be careful. They'll arrest you.
Uh no, the federal police aren't concerned with this stuff yet.
Give it time.
Oh well, if not, I'd say, hey guys, you want a comedy show? Let's go. I'll be the star. Got time to make up my own material, so let's go.
Yeah.
I'll make you laugh for a few hours if you want.
Oh my.
Although
Hey,
I just came up with that ventriloquist thing straight off the cuff.
well, it made it funnier because, Joe Biden does look like Walter from Jeff Dunham's show,
He does actually, and then he dresses him up as it.
It's great.
He also dresses him up as Trump, though, which is a little bit funnier.
Welcome back, Cora. Well, I don't know. I've always made fun of all the presidents, no matter what side they were on, because they always do stupid shit. You had Dan Quayle, who couldn't spell potato.
Oh, okay. Did he get the pot and stop?
He put an E at the end.
I think in English you do.
In Old English, but not. We haven't spoken Old English. Yeah, we haven't spoken Old English for centuries.
No, but I know in Australia we still spell it with the E.
Do you?
Yeah.
So he was he was paying homage to you guys, I guess.
Maybe, but I mean both. The way we spell program, we don't put the double ME. We put double ME on the end. You just put a single M.
Yep. We're lazy fuckers.
I mean, there are other things, They leave the U out of favor and neighbor and savior and all these things, and we put the U in. Although that is hilarious because I had one guy put take the U out of foundation, and he put foundation, which isn't even a word in English either.
Yeah, I don't know that word.
Foundation. How do you spell foundation? You put the U in to make it a noun?
Yep. Foundation.
Yeah, this kid also claimed to be 27 and didn't go to college, so that's his excuse for not being able to spell.
I didn't go to college.
Yeah, but well, I mean, learning to spell is different. Learning maths is very different. I don't think he even knew the difference between the Australian dollar and the American dollar.
Oh wow, yeah, that's not good.
So he's I mean, this is the guy that I was complaining about before to you. If you remember, there was a guy that was making life hard for me.
At work.
Discords. Yeah. Oh, not at work. No. He was on a couple of Discords.
Yes, I remember that guy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to identify as a non-binary, they them crap. Yeah. And on that Discord, everybody started using his pronouns.
I got a pronoun for him. F you.
Oh, I got a whole routine on that one. I identify as a cardboard box. My pronouns are thing and cousin it.
I identify as a cow. Somebody milk me.
Anyway, I better be careful.
I don't have to be careful. I can be as much big of a dickhead as I want to.
I mean, my landlords are upstairs, and as far as I know, one's asleep, so I better be careful and quiet.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm.
We don't want to get you in trouble.
I mean, hey, I'm not allowed to use any language, so I have to learn to control myself, so I guess that's a good thing.
Discipline is always good, yeah.
Yeah, well, as James wrote, it's the tongue that stops us being, that makes us fall into trouble and stumble.
Why am I being called by my entire first name, Miss Cora?
Christopher!
Well, I mean, if you're really mad at me, you call me Christopher Michael. That's my first and middle name.
Ooh,
Then
that's
you'll
not a
sound like
bad
my
combination.
Well, Christopher, from what I understand, means follower of Christ.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Michael stands for. We should look that up.
Michael's an archangel. Apparently. One of the few that gets mentioned in the Bible, along with Gabriel. I know Andrew is supposed to mean manly.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. I also know that in 1978, when I happened to be bored, it was the #1 name for a boy.
Nice. The biblical meaning of Michael is who is like God, or gift from God. Huh,
Yeah.
I won't let that go to my head, don't worry.
Well, Andrew is one of the first disciples called by Jesus.
Yeah. Let's see here. What kind of stuff do we have going on tonight around the area? My fire does not seem to be doing very good, does it? Seems to have kind of
No, that's
died
burned
down.
out pretty quickly, hasn't it?
Vehicle accident class 1, East Earl Township. Vehicle accident class 1, 322 on Pumping Station Road, Elizabeth Township. I know exactly where that is. Standby fire transfer, East Donegal Township. Oof, that's not good. Building Commercial Industrial 1A, East Donegal Road and Tollgate Road. And River Road. Oh, that's bad. I know where that is. That's, oh shit. I bet that is the Armstrong plant. Where the hell's my maps at? There you go.
Anyway.
What the hell
Hopefully I get a new Bible tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I asked my brother-in-law to get me, I mentioned that I needed my Bible to be replaced because my Bible's breaking. And I wanted an archaeological Bible. Something with a little bit more understanding of historical events outside of Israel concerning Israel.
I hear my kid. I can tell them flip-flops anywhere.
Hi.
Howdy.
Hey, Caitlin.
Andrew says hi, Caitlin.
Hi.
I am looking to see where this fire is. I think it's at Armstrong.
Oh, is there a fire?
Yep, right there. Armstrong World Industries.
Where's that at?
River Road. And it says Angle Tailgate Road, but Tollgate Road, but I bet it said Armstrong. They always catch that place on fire.
Armstrong? ARC?
What?
ARC?
No, not ARC. Armstrong, where Wayne Aki works. Medical emergency, 11 Road, Mansion House Road. So that's right at the Ren Fair.
Ryan's going to Lebanon County tomorrow.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
up to Lebanon to work on a housing complex doing tree work. Like, where he was telling me that Peter something or another. He's going to tell me what it was. But it was a housing complex that's like right up against a bunch of streets.
Huh. Nifty. Apparently Ryan's going to be around here tomorrow for work. Let me see. Really? I have a bone to pick with your friend or whatever the hell he is to you.
Why?
Or maybe it was you that I need to pick up. I'll be right back, Andrew.
Alrighty.
I need to take my headset off for 1 second. Elmo says
Yep, you're
hi.
fine. Do
He decided to throw out a bunch of socks,
Ryan.
a bunch of the fucking big ass tie beanies. There.
Ryan.
Yeah, well, they're back in there. I went through it. And a pair of your pants were in there too.
Ryan.
Well, he doesn't work in my room anymore. I'll do it. Okay. Alright, so take your meds. And can you please bring me another tea out, please? You want the light? Well, apparently you're not going to come barreling at me either. Alrighty, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hi, Jay. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing? Hopefully you had a good day. So, is it starting to warm up down your way, Andrew?
Yeah, surprisingly. Winter is gone.
I'm sure you're happy for that.
No longer upon us. Yeah, I'm back to wearing shorts at work. And I don't need to take a beanie or a jumper or a jacket with me.
Gotcha.
Which is good.
I wear shorts year round. Doesn't matter how cold out it is.
Yeah.
Andrew is in Australia.
Well,
Victoria, right?
No, Brisbane.
Brisbane, that's right.
Yeah.
It popped in my head right after I said Victoria. I'm like, no, it was Brisbane, but I didn't get it out in time.
I was born in Sydney, but I moved to Queensland when I was 11 with the family. So my accent is New South Wales, but yeah.
Just don't call him a key.
Yeah, Australian.
Oh my. So
I'm not from the UK.
I'd like to come down and play with a wombat and a Tasmanian devil. I think that would be fun.
I don't think you can play with the Tassie Devils.
No?
No.
Not even
in Queensland.
Not even if I give them treats?
Nope.
Darn.
I don't know anybody who has one in captivity.
Yeah.
And you also have to go to Tasmania.
Yep, down by
Hence the name.
one island down. Yep, I know.
We cut it off years ago. It's drifting in the ocean.
I bet Cora would love to hold a koala.
Well, you can do that.
You just gotta be careful. I heard when they get really mad, they can hurt you.
Yeah, but if you go to the places, they have select koalas.
They picked out the ones that have the best demeanor.
Yeah. They pick out the ones that have the better reputation and don't attack people.
What's your favorite beach, Jay? Jay said the beaches are oh my gosh. So I'm
In Queensland, yeah. Brisbane, no. We have South Bank. That's about it in terms of beaches. Oh, Redcliffe, maybe. You've got to go to the Gold Coast or the Sunshine Coast to get to the beaches.
Daniel asked, how did Bugs Bunny deal with the Tasmanian devil? Dave's cooking. What are you cooking good, Dave? All right, Cora. Sleep well. We will talk to you tomorrow. Sweet dreams.
Yeah, it was a few years ago, but I think we had an aircraft carrier managed to sail up the Brisbane River.
Interesting.
It was a long time ago. Cora has a My Pillow.
Maybe. I don't know. Offhand.
I'm joking. She says she has a date with My Pillow.
Yeah. Maybe she's gonna dream about Mike Lindell.
Oh, they do everything these days, though. And of course, he supports Trump, so he gets isolated for that one.
Yeah. He still makes a lot of money, though.
Oh, he certainly does.
Cheese stuffed noodles and spaghetti sauce, generic spaghetti, basically. Hey, I'm sure it's going to taste perfectly fine, Dave. Just as good as anything else. So, I hope you enjoy it. Hopefully, Ray's having a good evening. From all the beaches that I've seen in Australia, I guess Bondi Beach would probably be my favorite.
That's in Sydney. That's most popular.
Yeah. But I did see some really beautiful beaches that you have to actually like hike to get to. And they said they can be really dangerous because it's hard to get help if you get into trouble out there.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. If you go to Fraser Island, you run the risk of being run into the water by dingoes.
That's not good.
Nope.
And then of course you have to watch out for the box jellies.
Yeah, but Fraser Island, you also have to watch out for sharks.
Sharkies.
Yep.
Woo!
And you can also only access the vehicle most of the island with a four-wheel drive.
Let's go and we'll develop some tuna fish shorts and we'll go swimming.
No thanks.
Sharks are gonna be like snack bar.
Yeah, depending. Great whites go to mammals after about juvenile stage. That's when they start learning how to hunt seals and things.
Ah. Excuse me. Ray's watching a horse movie. Hopefully it doesn't involve Timmy. Sorry. I need to stop with that.
Mm-hmm. Although, if you have orcas swimming around you, you will be safe.
A little afraid of Australia. They put people in COVID camps. Well,
They tried. They shut us in our homes.
I'd be more worried about like redback spiders than COVID camp.
Yeah, they weren't going to do that one. They were trying to pull that one off.
Jay says he wants to do that 4x4 trek across Australia.
Oh, yeah, I've never done the one up north to go to the northern point of Australia, which is Queensland.
Huh. That could be fun then. Jay, if they'll let me leave the
That's if
country,
we actually have fueled vehicles. Because I wouldn't do an electric.
Windstorm 2, a German-made family movie about horses. Well, I'll be nice about the comments about Timmy. Then I'll leave him out of their movie.
Timmy.
It's a good movie. Timmy
From South Park.
Well, no, Timmy from South Park isn't as bad as the Timmy that's the governor of Minneapolis that they're running for vice
Tim
president.
Walz. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tampon Tim.
Well, it is very well documented that he did certain things with horses.
Oh,
that he had to have his stomach pumped because he drank so much of it. And this is actually in an article in the Military Times or something. I saw it. So, yeah, that's really fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, I don't mean to use that word, but.
Well, you're right.
Okay, Andrea. But
he does come across as a gross kind of guy, though.
Yeah.
He lost me at progressive Christianity.
I don't. The way his son reacted, I think he abuses his kid. That's not a normal reaction.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't say anything about that. I think he's an idiot, in all honesty.
Yeah, no, I get it.
What I've seen of him, I don't like it.
Jay says Timmy swallows.
Well, when he thought he had to put tampon machines in boys' bathrooms and restrooms, yuck.
Yeah. I wonder how many people actually use them.
I think none, actually.
I mean, they wouldn't. The only time they would need it is if they were just doing it to play with them. No, she wanted to get changed. Or to maybe give to a girl that needs one. I don't know.
Nah, why would you give that to a girl? Here, honey, here's a gift.
Right?
What? Yuck.
Oh my.
I mean, that's almost like one of the ads we had here in Australia. There was a guy that would throw them out and for a cat like it was a mouse. And the girlfriend comes home and says, "Why are you throwing my tampons around?"
Interesting.
And he was saying, "Look, cat, mousy, mousy, mousy," and he's throwing them all over the room.
Yeah. My boys definitely like their mice.
Yeah.
Mike said Tim's a couple fries short of a Happy Meal.
Oh, he's a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic, as we might say here in Australia.
Dave said,
And
"Isn't
then he
Tim
has
the
the
guy
gall
called?"
to go after JD Vance for supposedly sleeping with couches, whatever
Yeah,
that meant.
they're all over that stupid shit.
Well, they're weird. Which was another favorite description of Republicans.
If you're going after somebody and calling them weird, you've already lost the fucking argument. Sorry. There's no other way about it.
Well, the demons have always been odd. And I don't call them demons without thinking about that first, because they are evil.
That they are calling for the murder of innocent children and trying to trick
Well, that's
kids into
reproductive right.
trying to trick kids into cutting their tits and dicks off.
Yeah. Don't be a man. You're a woman.
Dave said, if Vance is weird, what the hell is Tim, a nutcase?
I mean, seriously. It gives new meaning to the warning that Mark Driscoll gave many, many years ago that I recall, and my father used it against me so many times it was hilarious. And he would say, "You're not a boy, you're not a man, you're a boy who can shave. You might be 40, but you're not mature." That's what he was trying to say. You know, you might be an adult, but you're not mature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Yep, that's our buddy from down under.
Underhill comes from Frodo Baggins' name in Lord of the Rings.
Who scared the shit out of you? Okie dokie. Apparently the cats are jumping Katie. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I do recall they had vasectomies and abortions taking place at the DNC.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Now the DNC's, well, hi, Bubby.
Oh.
Hi, Fluffers.
So we were going through
Ow.
Hanover, and I saw this big old sign. Like, it took up, one of those, like, posters, like, big signboards that you see on the side of
You mean
highways.
a billboard?
Yeah, billboard. This was like two of those.
Yeah.
And big, bold, and in your face, vote Trump. Like, smacks you in the face. It's like, as you're going by, big ass sign that says,
damn it.
vote Trump. It's like, holy.
This thing leaked on me. Can you bring me a towel? There's one on the table over there.
Yeah, I just tried to tell you what I saw today. I'm like, big ass sign. Two billboards.
Yeah, I don't see how we lose Pennsylvania. Well, I know how we lose Pennsylvania. The fucking cities is how we lose Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There's so many people living in the cities that they outrank us. I think we need to go to a similar system in the state as we do for the country. Each section gets one vote, no matter how many people are in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you also have the choice to not vote.
Over here, Caitlin. Isn't that a table right there? Why did you stop? Why did you stop? Stop walking. No, the table here, honey. Yes. Ay, kid.
Spider cat. Spider cat does whatever a spider cat wants.
And Merry Christmas.
Hmm?
It's Merry Christmas.
Whatever. Who has the locust? One of them has it. I don't know which one I have. Locust. They're back here.
Huh?
They're back here. Over there. Yeah, that one has it.
Who?
That one right there.
I can't see it, Caitlin.
I can tell you in a minute. That would be little
I just blinded myself.
No, he's right there. Tiny has it.
Tiny has it. Huh.
No, he's right here. He's right there.
Sweet Pea had one earlier. These kittens love to hunt. They're always catching something.
Well, that's good. At least they'll be hunting.
And they eat what they catch. So
Good.
these locusts,
You don't have to feed them.
they're eating locusts. Ugh.
Good.
Jay. 3 vasectomies, huh? Did they tie each one separate?
3? What? One didn't work.
I think he's making fun of them.
Yeah, I do get that.
I
I wasn't aware that they failed.
I sense sarcasm.
Yeah, I do too, but I also do know that vasectomies are reversible.
Yeah, no, I've seen people have them done and then go get it reversed and have a kid and then go back and have it done again. So it's
Yep,
possible.
and then go back and have it done again and back and back and back. It's like
Jay says they found a nut that I didn't know I had. Testes, 1, 2, 3. Oh shit. The conversations we have in this group.
Yeah, well, I've not actually explored that. Can't say I've had the vasectomy yet.
Did I know anybody in the plane crash in 1994, Flight 427? There's a reason I'm asking, and we'll tell you later. I don't remember, but that was a while ago. I was a sophomore in high school back then, but anything's possible. Yeah. Yep, Bob Barker was really good for getting people to spay and neuter. He should have been the spokesperson for the DNC, huh? Hell, he might be. You know how they like to use the dead.
Yeah, for votes.
They probably have AI making his voice and calling people. This is Bob Barker calling you from beyond the grave. Make sure you get your pets spayed and neutered and vote Democrat.
This is Bob Barker. I made it through to the other side, and now I'm calling you back. That really has some.
Go ahead.
I mean, that just really has some sick connotations with it.
I was gonna say, unless you're Happy Gilmore, and then the price is wrong, bitch. I love that movie. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I got sick of it, but it was funny to begin with.
Yeah.
I liked Carl Weathers in it, actually. He was pretty good, but I just got deadly sick of Adam Sandler playing the same character over and over and over.
Pretty much.
That's all he seems to do. He's a one-trick pony.
There was one movie that he did really good with that was kind of a drama movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't his normal role, but I can't think of the name of it right now. What the hell was the name of that movie? Huh, I can't think of it. Hi, puppy. Come on. Get up here. Where'd you go? What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Hey. I got a Smoky. I got a Smoky. Right? That's like them asking a woman who has 10 kids, why do you want to get your tubes tied? Because I don't want any more fucking kids. Hello? Shouldn't it be pretty fucking obvious?
Yeah, well, there are other ways of doing it too. I mean, you just don't have to have sex.
Did you ever watch? Remember back in the '90s, Chris Rock did that show in DC, and he was going on about all kinds of crazy shit. Like, he hit on the Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky stuff, and the difference between black people and N words.
Only vaguely.
I was going somewhere with this, and I just completely. Oh, we were talking about getting fixed, but he had one in there where he's talking about a black woman who has 10 kids and doesn't want to work. A black woman hates that woman, that's just pumping out kids to get more money from welfare. And he's like, put the dick down. That's great. I'll have to see if I can find that and play it on Discord one night. That would definitely be a night that you don't want kids around watching. We're about to get banned, Jay says. Hey, I caught myself and didn't say it. I mean, I don't use the word period anyway, but yeah.
Period. Isn't that what you put at the end of a sentence?
Well, I guess. Unless you're illiterate and don't put proper grammar.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they'd crucify me if I used that word. But you know what? I tell them, I say, well, why is it okay for you to say that word but not me? I said, if you don't like the word, then don't fucking say the word. Seriously. That's just how it should be. And don't give me this, oh, I'm empowering myself by using it myself. No. You're just showing your hypocrisy by using it. But whatever. More power to them, I guess. Depends on how fast I'm going, Daniel. If I'm in a hurry trying to write something, my grammar's horrible. But then again, so is my handwriting. Some people got to see my handwriting. I'm surprised they could read it, honestly. Right, Dave? I'll tell him how bad my handwriting is, Dave.
Could you be a doctor?
No, doctors have better handwriting than I do.
Well, doctors have a reputation for having bad handwriting.
Yeah. Yep. I patterned my my signature after a doctor, the way that they do it.
Oh yeah. But I remember my grandmother. She used to write us letters, and we used to have to say, "Mum, read it," because we can't. And she was a nurse.
Oh wow. Yeah.
But
So she has to
that was
try and decipher
that was
some of the doctor's scratching.
yeah. But that was back in the day when they would actually cane you for writing with your left hand.
Oh. That's always fun.
So I mean, yeah, they used to do that in Australia. If you were left-handed, you were considered to be something of a less human being. So they taught you to write with your right hand.
Wow. Huh. My
They
fire
stopped
just
it, of
fell.
course, because it wasn't working, and they proved that lefties were just as smart as the right-handed, and so you're left-handed or you're right-handed.
Yes, Daniel, I have. That's always fun. Is that supposed to be an R or an N? I don't freaking know. And Jay, they say that if you put an A at the end instead of the R, that it's better than saying it the other way. But I'm just like, it's still saying the same word, just one letter difference. That doesn't make any sense to me. But more power to you, I guess. Just another way for them to divide us. That's all. Andrea's internet is messing up. Control the language. I
Who
guess
is?
Daniel wants us to put a collar on our language. Maybe a leash. I don't know. Teach it to
Maybe
sit
we
up.
should.
Teach it to sit up and beg. Sorry, Daniel. I had to be an asshole. It's just me. No, it has nothing to do with you, bud. You can give me the finger if you want. Oh, man. Hard to believe it's Sunday night already. Well, Monday morning for Andrew.
Yep. I
Well,
got about
almost
2
Monday
hours
afternoon.
before I'm off to work
Oh, yeah. As
for
of
my
today,
3 hours a day.
Ray is 16 years sober. I will be 16 years sober September 11th. That's awesome, you guys. Congratulations and keep up the good work. We're really, really proud of you. Jay says no language was harmed in the making of this video. Oh, shit. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well, Andrea. I hope you're feeling better soon, okay? Sleep well, and we will talk to you tomorrow. I'll check out that list on the on Discord when we're done here. But thank you. you can say this, but this person can't. You have to believe this, but someone else can't. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. The the path of the hypocrite.
Yeah, well, we're all hypocrites.
At times.
And if you say you aren't, you're automatically a hypocrite.
It all depends on the situation.
I mean, if you're making fun of somebody and it's out of context and it's uncalled for, and you do the same thing, you are a hypocrite. And as Frank Turek would say to the person who says, don't go to the church because there are hypocrites there, what's one more?
Fire can be very mesmerizing, you know it?
Fire, yeah.
Can be all consuming.
Well, apparently it's how the world's going to end.
That's what I tell people. People are like, well, what do you mean the world's going to end in fire? I'm like, well, think about it. I said, you have the promise of God that he will not flood the earth, so it's not going to be by water. Right?
Yep,
So
because it's
what's the
being
opposite
promised
of water?
against. Never
Fire.
going to do that again.
Yep.
We already knew that one.
Wow, we got 12 likes, Daniel? Or Dave? Wow. Thank you all. I appreciate you. I think people enjoy when we just kind of hang out like this and just chit chat and enjoy ourselves. We're not, don't have to worry about anything. We just have fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Danny was saying he's not calling out for control of language. He's meaning that they control the language. And yeah, that's definitely what they're doing.
Yeah, I get it, bud. I was just being a jackass. That's all. But yeah,
it's the whole control the narrative. I think everybody's trying to do it.
They've gone as far as to change the definitions in the dictionary for certain things, like vaccine.
Yeah, well, they certainly changed the definition of what's the word I want? Recession.
Yeah.
And they certainly don't know what a man is. They don't know what a woman is. They should probably change normal, which means they would have to change abnormal. Indeed, why not just start again? From the beginning.
Yeah, exactly, Jay. Just regular conversation, just people being people.
Well, let's be people.
Doing your job, Daniel. Well, somebody's got to take it, right? At least I'm not an illegal stealing your job.
Can you imagine if an illegal came out and started preaching Christianity? I just had that thought right then. Don't ram it down our throat. But here's an alternative.
Well, that's the thing that they don't understand. A lot of these Latinos that are coming up are Catholics.
Yep.
They don't believe in abortion. They don't believe in a lot of the stuff the Democrats do.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'm not going to say they're not all Christians. I'm going to say there are Catholics who are Catholics, and I know people who wear the name Catholic like a badge.
Yeah.
When push comes to shove, when they die, they're going to throw Catholic as the badge.
Whoa, there it went up good. Yeah, I said that in a comment today, Jay, when I was talking to somebody who was commenting about the Dixie Chicks, and I said they were calling Republicans hateful people who talk about violence and stuff, and I said, I said the government stages all this stuff to try and make us think that we hate each other and that we're so different. I said, but really, if we sat down and talked to each other on most of the kitchen table items, we probably agree on a lot more than what we disagree on.
Yeah, I mean, if someone comes along and tells you that Jesus got married and had kids and fled to France, you're going to question that one automatically.
You know,
And you're going to find that he didn't do that. Especially if they try and tell you that he married Mary Magdalena or Mary Magdalene.
yeah, that's different. Yeah, Daniel, I wouldn't say no to that. I mean, having a priest bless the White House would definitely be a good thing. But I don't know how the priest would react because I'm pretty sure that there was something in there that might fight back.
And I'm pretty sure they'd be liberal too. Most Catholic churches that I know of would be liberal, and the priests would therefore be liberal too. And they do embrace all of the homosexuality and the marriage and the same-sex stuff and all that progressive Christianity. The Catholic Church would try and throw that into the culture.
So,
Which is exactly what the Greeks did, which is exactly what the Romans did. They just said, right, we'll just blend it in and we'll throw you into our religious culture.
Yep.
And thus they removed all meaning. I mean, I still can't get an atheist to give me meaning. Nor for that matter to give me a foundational story that doesn't involve evolution. Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. So we go.
Okay, bud. Be safe. Oh, the neighbors are home. So, oh my. I just can't imagine the smell of Obama's hand after having up Joe Biden's ass for so long. Ugh. That's a gross thought, ain't it? Yeah. If evolution was a thing, where are all the things in between? You know, where's the half man, half ape? Where's the half fish and half rat or whatever it became when it came out of the ocean? You know, where are all these half things? There aren't any fossils that prove it. There aren't any living beings that prove it. Hi, Gina. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, microevolution is the same as speciation, which is not a problem for a creationist.
Daniel says, half man, half ape is you. Just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, the existence of mermen or mermaids that doesn't even that would throw a spanner in the thing,
Yeah.
in the works. I have actually seen them try and go to eels for lung breathing creatures that don't come to the surface to breathe. Yeah, let's leave the gerbils out of it.
Richard Gere. Remember that whole story about him being a gerbil jammer?
Yeah, going to hospital because because of a gerbil that got the cinched the eyebrows.
Uh,
I think that was debunked, but man, it was funny.
the craziest shit that I've ever heard about somebody going to the hospital for was a gay couple using quick drying cement in one of their asses.
Oh yeah, I heard about this one too. Oh boy.
And not only did they have to have somebody go in there with a chisel and break it out,
Oh
but the heat, because concrete when it hardens, it creates a massive amount of heat. So it actually burned his rectum. So I'm like, was a lesson learned here, people?
yeah, that hole is up for entry.
I'm just like, come on, what's wrong with people? We've evolved to this amount of stupidity. I want to stick things up my rectum because apparently I'm a weirdo.
Oh, I mean, it's just nuts, isn't it? When you actually think about it. Yeah, you'd probably see jogging fish too if evolution was true. I mean, they think whales evolved from a land creature. I mean, even that's a stretch of the imagination.
Jay, she says if you start talking about cups, I'm out. No, I'm not going there, bud. That was this. Ugh, that was so gross. If you don't know what he's talking about, I might post the video on Discord so you can go gross yourself out if you really want to. But yeah, I'm not watching it again. I didn't watch the whole thing then either. I was like, nope, off, go, get off my TV or whatever, because I'm not. That was just totally disgusting.
Get off my screen!
You know,
I
yelled at a lot.
Put that on my screen.
I yelled at a lot when Joe Biden's on my TV.
I just laugh.
Well, the man lies so damn much, it's horrible.
Uncle Bosie and the cannibals.
Yeah,
Sounds
definitely, like... Daniel. Daniel says if you don't know what he's talking about, you're better off.
Hang on. Does Joe Biden know what he's talking about?
Joe hasn't known what the hell he's been talking about for the last 45 years.
And it took Trump to point that one out.
Yeah, I don't know how he just ended that sentence. I don't think he even knows.
Yep. Yeah, it took it. I mean, it is dumb. I don't need to explain it. It's just dumb.
Yep.
And if you think Joe's smart, yeah, no, sorry. You haven't actually watched the clips. And
Robin
if you think
Williams.
Kamala is smart, you've missed the boat.
I think it was back in like '88. Biden was trying to run for the Democratic nomination, and Robin Williams just demolished him with a monologue. I'll find it and post it on Discord if you haven't seen it yet. That you're gonna love it. I'll post it under political.
Okay.
But yeah, he's like talking about how Joe seems to have Tourette's. And this was back in '88, right?
Yeah, back when he was normal. Somewhat.
But yeah. I mean, his best friend was a grand wizard in the KKK.
Oh, yeah. I heard that one.
And he was happy because he wrote the legislation that put the most black men in history in prison. What was his quote? His quote was, This does everything but hang them for jaywalking. That was his quote when he was talking about the crime bill from back then. And people seem to forget that Hillary called young black men predators.
Yeah.
They seem to forget about the racist undertones of the Democrat Party. And then the Black Caucus sitting there going, we only got to act right for 70 more days, and then we can go back to being crazy. Awesome, Mike. I'll go look in a minute. And yeah, definitely, Dave, Biden is definitely a POS, and he should have been put in the retirement home instead of in the White House.
Yeah.
But hell, if you
Well,
look at Congress, Congress looks like it's a fucking retirement home or a nut ward, one of the two.
yeah. Or an asylum.
Yeah. As someone who has seen some of the old asylums and how they were treated and stuff, especially as kids,
Mm-hmm.
there's a place called Eastern State School and Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever heard of almost everybody's heard of Eastern State Penitentiary.
I think I may have heard of it. Yeah, vaguely.
It's where Al Capone did his time.
That's why I've heard of it.
But yeah, right across the railroad tracks is where this school and hospital was for kids. And it was a literal place of horror for the kids. They ran fight clubs in the basements after the main staff left for the day, and it
Mm-hmm.
was just night staff. They would pit kids against each other and make them beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
There were kids that died from drug overdoses because the people who were in charge would try and drug them so that they would just go to sleep and then they didn't have to deal with them.
Yeah.
And they overdosed a couple kids and killed them. That's the sort of stuff that caused Reagan to close all the asylums and shit down, was because of the treatment.
Yeah.
So instead of regulating it and actually making it better, he just turned them all loose on the world.
Well, I mean, what do you do?
Hi, Ruth. How's life in Canada?
Man.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I can remember when they would take somebody with Asperger's or autism and just scramble their brain and put them in a home. Let them learn as much as they could, say age 7, and after that, it's home.
Well, I mean, back in the old days, a lot of times if a kid had a mental illness or not even just mental illness, but if they had some kind of birth defect or anything like that, or they were slow, they would take and drop them off at the asylum just so they didn't have to deal with them.
Yeah.
Which was sad, but they probably had a better life in the asylum for the most part than they would have had at home.
Oh yeah, yeah. But what they would do is they would literally just put a hook up the nose of the individual and just scramble the brain.
Lobotomy.
Apparently.
Yeah.
It wasn't nice.
Barbaric is what it is.
And in all honesty, I'm glad it stopped. But as we know, there's a mental health crisis as well.
Yeah, there is, and it starts at home, unfortunately, and most people don't realize that.
Well, my parents don't realize it either.
And that's not to say that all, parents are bad people. A lot of times people just don't know how to handle that situation.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Sadly, my brother's not my full brother. He's my half brother. We have different fathers.
Different fathers. Yep.
And so when he was 6 or 7, his father had gotten custody of him.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as him and his wife got custody, they awarded him to the state, which is when he was put into the system.
Mm-hmm.
And the system is part of the reason why he is the way he is today.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least he's alive.
Yeah, but he's in prison.
Well, that can't really be helped. I guess. Sorry.
Well, glad you got to rest today, Ruth, and hopefully tomorrow won't be too bad for a Monday. But yeah, no, I mean, it took him until now to basically grow up
Yeah.
and mature enough to where, when he'll be out in less than a year now.
Well, that's good. So there's some good
And
here.
he's actually doing really well in prison this time. He hasn't been getting in trouble. He's been doing what he has to do. They tried to put a pedophile in his cell with him, and he actually, instead of, you know, getting into a fight with the pedophile and getting in trouble, he actually went to the guards and said, "Hey," he said, "you know how I was the last time I was in here."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm trying to do good, but you know what I'm going to have to do if you put that pedophile in my cell with me."
Yeah.
And so they moved the pedophile somewhere else. I don't know who they put him with, but they didn't put him with my brother, so thankfully they didn't do that.
Well, thankfully they listen, so they're smartening up.
Exactly, Jay. Yes, families need to get back to being close and supporting each other. Yeah, that's one of the biggest things. You see so many fathers that aren't part of the family anymore because women are incentivized by the welfare state to not have a father in the house.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, I can understand that, Ruth. It's when you're moving, it can be so stressful because you're trying to make sure you get everything, and you have to pack it up and box it and stack it in trailers or U-Haul, or I don't know what you guys use, but or maybe even just your own vehicle, and then you gotta put it, where it belongs. It can be a long process.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I also have to make a correction. So I was talking about the DSM-4 that removed Asperger's. It was the DSM-5 where they removed Asperger's.
okay. Well, still, they shouldn't. I don't know that they should have removed it. I mean, it should still be on there so that you guys can get the help that you need because,
Oh, it's there, but it's under autism.
so it's not, you don't have your own thing now. You're just rolled into the same catch-all as
Well,
everything else.
that's the American system. So Australia never actually adopted it.
Gotcha.
So the American public system, or the American DSM report, it's not just a report; it's a whole journal of medical conditions. But yeah,
Yeah, Daniel, pretty much that's what they want to do, bud. Daniel said, isn't that their plan? Break up the family, stop religion, and make the government God? Well, yeah, because when you take out religion, most of your morals are based off of religion.
yeah.
There's
At
no
the end of the
other
day,
way of putting it. If you don't believe in a higher being that's going to judge you when you leave this world, then why do you have to have morals? Why do you
yeah,
have to live a righteous life, So once they get that, then it'll be really bad.
Yeah.
Dave said, I was raised by a single mom in the 80s. She never got shit for assistance, literally worked herself to death. Yeah, I'm not saying that every woman was incentivized by that. Back then, especially, Dave. But now they're really pushing it, especially in the black community. So I don't understand how people in the black community don't see through all the bullshit that the Democrats are doing. And some Republicans do it too, don't get me wrong. It's not,
It is across
there's
the board.
rhinos, there's bad politicians on both sides, there really are. Ohana has a group, right? And in his group, he posted a picture and it had a bunch of, it was a plane, and it's like, what seat are you taking?
Mhm.
And they put you like beside, one seat puts you beside Mitch McConnell, one seat puts you beside Obama, one seat puts you beside Alex Jones. And I
Oh.
said I took the seat beside beside Lindsey Graham. And
Yeah.
they asked me why, and I said because I want to beat the hell out of Lindsey Graham. I can't stand the man.
Yeah.
I'll get thrown
unfortunately.
off the plane. Hey, Fluffy. Fluffy just jumped up in my lap. Good night, Mike. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow, bud. Gina, that is Underhill from Discord. His name is Andrew. He is from Australia. Gina asked who the guest is tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Actually, it'd be interesting to be sat next to Obama, but I would prefer Mitch McConnell just to watch him.
The turtle himself, huh?
Oh, I mean, I still can't get over the fact that he had a stroke or he had a seizure. I'm going with a seizure.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He just, the way he froze up, I don't know that would, I mean, I guess it could be they do have seizures where you don't actually like shake and stuff. It just makes you lock up.
Yeah, it's called an absentee seizure. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just to look at him, you could tell he completely checked out. He was not there.
No, he wasn't.
And then they come around and, try and lie to us and say, oh, no, he's fine.
Yeah, no, he's not fine.
Well, if I was actually going to actually stay on the plane and ride it out, I'd probably sit next to Alex Jones. Make sure I take some tinfoil along so he can make me a tinfoil hat.
I think Alex Jones would be the most interesting.
Jay said he froze because he was farting. I don't know, man. With that long of a pause, he was shitting himself if he tried that. But
yeah,
Alex Jones is intense.
Yeah, he's interesting.
Well, I don't know. I watched him and Michael Malice on Tim Pool's show a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very entertaining to say the least. And then YouTube actually pulled that video off of YouTube. The Alex Jones episode. Yeah, they took it down.
Of course they did.
And but on Tim Pool's website, there's the after hours thing is there, so you can still watch it on there. If you're a member, maybe I'll play that tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'll play the Alex Jones thing from Tim Pool when he was on. So, if you guys would enjoy that.
Yeah. Alex Jones is unpredictable. That's the other thing.
Yeah. Yep. You never know what he's going to say.
Oh, I mean, do you recall when he was talking about the frogs when they were turned against each other?
When they were turning gay. Yeah.
Yeah, turning the frogs gay. I don't know if it's turning them gay, but
well, it's he said it's because of all the hormones that are being put into the water because through birth control.
Yeah, that's right. That's true.
And it's affecting our kids too. Look how effeminate most of our boys are now.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, in nature, it does happen. But when it does happen in nature, it goes the complete other way. So you become completely feminine.
Well, amphibians have the option to, if they can't find a mate of the opposite sex, they are able to change their sex to the opposite sex so that they can mate with whoever's there.
Yeah. Well, it's survival of the fittest. It would be if it's evolution.
Yep.
And it is the whole thing. Like it happens in fish, and when it does happen in a fish, I think is it tuna? One of those spawning fish. Anyway, they when there are not enough males or females, the ones change, but they change entirely.
Salmon, I believe, do it.
Salmon. That's it. They change entirely, but that's only when there's not enough of one to go around. So, and when they do change completely.
Yep.
There's no need for wombs or anything else. It's just they become completely female. There's no explanation for it.
Yes, you're correct, Gina. And Jay, yeah, that's asexual is definitely one of the words for it.
Well, yeah, but asexual is somebody who isn't interested in sex at all.
I'm kind of. I used to joke around and say I'm trisexual. I'll try almost anything, but yeah.
Yeah, dude. Extremely.
There's also some fish where the males actually keep their babies in their mouth to protect them. I don't remember what they are though.
This is true, but then there's a seahorse, which is right. Seahorse male do all the mothering. That's true.
Yep.
But this is like what I'm talking about here is they don't just transition and then need to get a womb. For example.
So let's see here. I got a subject I think we should talk about quick.
Mm-hmm.
So how much do you know about nuclear energy?
I know that in Australia we're shutting down all conversation about it.
That's not good.
And I've got a feeling it's not good.
No, France just did all that. They shut down all their nuclear reactors, and now they have a shortage of energy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. But they've also got their first nuclear subs too.
Yeah, I believe that's true, Daniel. But then also the mother kills herself to keep her to help her eggs hatch. So octopi are weird, but they're trying to master nuclear fusion. The way that we get energy from nuclear power now is called fission, where we collide the atoms and split them to create the energy to boil water and turn a turbine. Fusion, on the other hand, is how the sun works. It's the constant splitting and adding of hydrogen atoms to different to other atoms, and it's a much more efficient and more powerful burn. And so the problem is they haven't been able to control the reaction from fusion, and it just takes and melts whatever they're trying to use to contain it. But they're saying that they almost have it figured out now, so we'll see what happens. But they're talking like one fusion reactor would be able to power like half of a like New York, where you know it's a big state with lots of people, and a fusion reactor would be able to power almost half of the state by itself. So that would be a huge difference. Yeah, cold fusion, Daniel. So we'll see if they ever figure it out. Excuse me. But yeah, nuclear fusion, yes, you have radioactive waste that comes out of it. But that waste was already radioactive when they took it in, so won't be viable until we run out of oil. I don't know that we'll ever truly run out of oil, especially, well, at least not in our lifetime. So many people are afraid of nuclear just because of the stigma that's with it, you know, the Hiroshima bomb and stuff like that. But that's the main problem with nuclear stuff. The 3 Mile Island debacle. Everybody points to that, which I live close to 3 Mile Island, if you didn't know that. I used to carry on with my grandfather and say that was, well, my great grandfather. He used to raise tomatoes, and his tomato. I swear to God, he probably had tomatoes that were as big as my head. And I used to carry on with him, and I said, these tomatoes got so big because of the radioactive water that came down from TMI. Yeah, that's true, Jay. They've had different car designs. Now, who in the world is this? Who is this? Oh, my Callie. Hi, Callie. Oh, hey now, you be nice. She's being a little bitch. But yeah, a lot of it comes down to money. People have invested a lot of money into getting oil and gas, and so they don't want anything to come in between them and making their profits. So they spend lots of money to lobby the government and to spread misinformation campaigns. So And if you ever run into somebody who brings up climate change, I got the perfect argument for you to bring up to them. Okay? And that is that ask them, when you look at a picture from when the dinosaurs roamed the earth, do you see any ice? Do you see any snow? Yeah, the same thing happens in the medical industry. You're right, Ruth. And it's sad. It's very horribly sad. I know that if and when I decide to run for office, that's one of the things I'm going to run on is banning lobbying in our government, because all lobbying is legalized bribery. I'm not saying climate change isn't real, Jay, but I'm saying, the Earth was a lot warmer than both at the time of when the dinosaurs roamed the Earth than it is now. So we're still in part of an ice age, honestly. And if you go back when we were in elementary school, well, when I was in elementary school back in the 80s, they were saying that we were headed to another ice age, and that most of the northern hemisphere would be frozen over in the next 10 years. Well, we see that didn't fucking happen, right? Yep, that's right, Daniel. It's more profitable for a pharmaceutical company to have somebody as a lifelong customer than to help get them cured and get them healthy. Well, give it more time, and as the ice caps melt, it'll definitely raise the sea level, but not to the degree that they're trying to make it sound like. I know, I understand what you're saying, Ruth. I was just trying to explain it in different terms. That's all. Oh, definitely, Daniel. Ivermectin, they couldn't make money off of ivermectin, so they had to push that new resmedivir or something like that. I don't know. Which does almost the same exact thing as ivermectin, but it does it worse. That's a possibility, Jay, that you might someday have beachfront property. If Yellowstone explodes, the entire west coast of the country is gone. So, um, so I enjoy having conversations like this.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was making that sure I've missed most.
Yeah, Daniel, they're pushing for a one world government. That's why the World Health Organization was trying to set up a treaty with all the different countries that if we had another health pandemic, that the World Health Organization would be in charge of the response, and every country had to do exactly what the World Health Organization told them to do. And if they refused, they would be able to send in U.S. peacekeepers to force them to do it. You know what I say to that? Bring it, because I got something for them. United UN peacekeepers. They'll keep the peace in an eternal way.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? We already did it to England, so we can do it to UN peacekeepers too.
Yeah, I think we deserve to at least have the conversation about it, but even some countries won't even let that happen.
Yeah. I mean, look what they're doing in the UK now. They're arresting people for memes and for posts
yeah, of
that they
course.
made.
That's under the new government too.
So, and it's a two-tier, just like here with the Democrats. There's a two-tier justice system where Antifa can go and do all kinds of crazy shit and kill people and assault people and get off and have a vice president and president that help get them bailed out of prison. And then you look at some of the people from January 6th who were just innocent bystanders who innocently walked into the Capitol because it was open. They didn't know what happened because they came like an hour after everything had happened. And the police are welcoming them in, and they gave them, 25 fucking years for that? That's ridiculous.
I did see some of that footage.
And it's a completely two-tier justice system here, and it's now the same way over in the UK. Because you saw the Muslims running around and assaulting people and all kinds of stuff, and they were left go, and the police pretty much just didn't even bother with them, you know. But they're going to people's houses and arresting them for posts they made on Facebook and throwing them in jail for 5 years, I think it was. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. There's nothing democratic about what the Democrat Party's doing. And again, the part of changing the vocabulary, kids don't realize that we don't live in a democracy. We live in a democratic or in a constitutional republic with democratic tendencies. Yeah, Jay, it'll happen eventually. And we'll have to 1776 them again. Well, we'll have to see if we have enough people that have the balls to 1776 them at this point.
I mean, it is unreasonable.
What's that?
It is unreasonable to surrender your rights.
Well, the problem is that the government doesn't give us our rights. according to the Constitution, we're given and the Declaration of Independence, we are given our rights by God.
Mm-hmm. That's true. But I mean, here in Australia, when they took the guns, it was understandable, at least.
You know, you guys didn't have the protections that we do.
No. And of course, the tragedy that ended it all was in Tasmania, of all places, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, my old man still has a BB gun with a BB stuck in it so it can't fire. But I think he's cut it up into pieces
Oh, wow.
because he's worried.
All that for a BB gun. That's kind of...
Yep. If you have a BB gun, if you have a cap gun, if you have a toy rifle or a Nerf gun.
Wow, that's taking it way too far.
I don't think they've gone as far as the Nerf gun and the cap gun, but the BB gun, because the BB gun can kill. Potentially.
Depends on if you, I mean, you'd have to be a really good shot and catch an artery or something with it, maybe.
Yeah. But potentially there's the high risk that you could, or somebody would be nutty enough to realize they could.
Yeah.
And they just can't take that risk. So I understand why they did it. However, knives is a different story. Because we have had a lot of stabbings these days.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Recently.
what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? That guy in China killed 40 kids before they stopped him by stabbing them to death.
Yeah, but I'm talking in Australia. We had one just yesterday.
Well, in the UK, they had a beheading, didn't they?
No. They had a guy with a box cutter with his partner in the car, which caused an accident, and he stabbed the partner. And one of the people who stopped to help as well got stabbed the other day, yesterday, I think. And then before that, there was a stabbing in Sydney last year, almost a year ago.
Bruce said same in Canada. Bruce said same in Canada, not allowed to have guns. My husband had to give up his gun, but still has to renew his gun license if he goes in security again. He has to have it up to date.
Yeah, it's the same in Australia. You can have the guns, but you got to have them under lock and key. You got to have the license, and you got to go on a list. So it's just not worth the hassle.
Well, they're trying to get that list thing here, but it's been ruled unconstitutional because, yeah, they're not allowed to do that shit here.
Yeah.
But
of course, and of course they turned that against us because you can be sued if you your home is invaded and you shoot someone.
my alarm's about to go off.
You're right.
Let me see if I can get it. Time. Haha, I got it. Whee! That would have got us in trouble because it would have spiked off a song and then we would have gotten hit with a copyright strike and taken down.
I just use the alarms that are on my phone. And there aren't songs.
But yeah, that was just past 6-3. I think it was, Jay, where they're not allowed to regulate suppressors and stuff, if I read it right. So that means that that should negate the NFAs. So I wonder if the government's going to have to refund all those people that paid $200 just so that they could get an NFA license for the suppressor.
Oh, you mean the silencers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And a silencer doesn't work as good as you see in the movie. That shit where it's completely silent and it's just that little noise.
No.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
I guess it would be like that German invention from World War II that the rifle was supposed to shoot around corners.
That would be interesting.
They did actually have it. It failed because they couldn't control the speed of the bullet, so it wouldn't go around the gun.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Bullets don't turn very well.
They go straight well.
Yeah. Daniel,
Well,
I agree.
everyone
That's
has
why
to
they call it
know
the
how to
great
use it.
That's why they call it the great equalizer. But you have to be responsible with it, and you have to go and get What do you mean put him back on? He's still there. I didn't do nothing to him. I'm getting yelled at because she thinks I took you down, Andy.
Oh, hey, I'm still here.
But
Gina,
yeah, I mean,
leave.
you have to go and train and make sure you know what you're doing. If
Yeah.
you're going to own a gun.
I mean,
And
I'm
you
an
have to be
epileptic, so I wouldn't
responsible.
own one.
You have to be responsible with it. Don't put it on. Don't put your gun in a freaking glove box and think it's secure in your car because your car's locked. You know how many people, criminals get a hold of guns because stupid people put it in the glove box instead of having a lockbox in their car?
That's why they have lock boxes.
That's it. That's because he turned his camera off. That has nothing to do with me. I can't control what he does.
There we go.
There he's back.
I didn't want you to see me eating.
He's having lunch. I need to go this way for a minute. I gotta go get my meds quick.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll leave the camera at the fire there. My meds are just over here at the patio. Time for a gabapentin, a ibuprofen, and a morphine. That's what I take now.
No, well, that's good. Reducing the 3 down to 1. Or reducing it.
800 milligrams of gabapentin, 800 milligrams of ibuprofen, and a 15 milligram long-acting morphine.
I had chicken sandwiches.
It's a little blue pill. And not that kind of little blue pill, thank you.
Oh, no. Take the red pill instead.
Well, you know, the wiener pills that are always on TV are considered the little blue pills. Viagra and
Oh,
stuff.
you mean those things?
Yeah, so Katie likes to
This is
yell that
funny.
when we're out. When we're out in public and I have to take my morphine, she'll yell out, "Here's your little blue pill, Dad," because she knows what people will think. Yeah, my
I
kid
gotta say
takes
that is
after
funny,
me.
but I mean, come on.
I laugh. I think it's funny as hell, honestly. See,
Yep, it's blue pill. I see. It is little and it is blue.
it doesn't make me act like Ric Flair.
I
There's
don't
something
suddenly
wrong with
want to
that man.
be in a certain kind of movie.
Phenomena. I'm wrong. But we're having fun.
Well, the idea of fun is to to enjoy it.
Yep. And look, we're not drinking. We're not doing drugs. Well, I mean, technically, I am doing drugs, but they're legal.
No, you're a legal druggie. Like me. You take drugs because you need the drugs to control a medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a prescription to cover it.
Without the drugs, I don't function.
Well,
I just lay in
without
bed.
my drugs, I would be seizuring.
Yeah, we don't want that.
I don't want it either. And I don't do the Mitch McConnell seizures. I do the complete grand mal seizure.
You need to have somebody put a spoon in your mouth to make sure you don't swallow your tongue. Type thing.
Well, I don't think that's ever happened before, but yeah. I don't just stop at the. I don't just stop at the thing. I go the whole 9 yards, shall we say?
Jay says, "Oh dear, don't mess with Sasquatch after his blue pill."
Yep. Well, the funny thing about epilepsy is it actually took my parents videotaping me having a seizure before the specialist would say it was epilepsy.
Wow, that's kind of extreme.
So, yeah, I was put through a sleep-deprived EEG, EEG, repeat EEG, another EEG, a sleep-deprived EEG, then no seizures until 2017. Oh, sorry, 03 to 2017. Then I had a seizure. Then I had to go off the road. No license, no driving. Back to public transport. Back to hospital. EEG, repeat EEG, mobile EEG, another sleep-deprived EEG at 40.
Wow.
Not
Yeah.
fun.
Up here, if you have a seizure, they take your license for at least 6 months. You have to be 6 months seizure-free before they'll let you drive again.
Yeah. Well, I went back through the hospital system, and then it's a public system, so it takes a long time for the hospital to see you because you got to deal with the rest of that. So I was effectively off the road for 3 years.
Ouch. Well, I can't say anything. I'm not allowed. I haven't been able to drive for the last 7 years. I was able to drive once, and that was because it was an emergency. So
yeah.
I get it, guys and gals. I wish I could not. I didn't have to take them, and I wish I could get off of them. But my pain is just too much. If I go off them, I can't. I can't function. I just lay in bed.
Yeah. And of course, I can't take ibuprofen anymore because it spikes with my Dilantin. So there's that.
Yeah, I know. We've been seeing a lot more people with liver issues from Tylenol and ibuprofen from overuse of them.
Yeah.
They can cause fatty liver. You know. So I mean, you wanna be careful when you're using medications.
I mean, paracetamol I can take, so these ones.
Vicodin did that to you, Daniel. That's kind of weird. I never heard of Vicodin causing an ulcer, but I mean, I'm not the smartest person in the world, so it doesn't surprise me that I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I suppose that would happen if you got a reaction to it.
But, well, I mean, seriously, I just had surgery number 21 in 8 years last month, and
On the back, wasn't it?
yeah, they did a fusion of my L4, L5 this time. But I also have so much titanium in me, it's ridiculous.
So do I.
Both hips, both knees are replaced.
Yep.
Well, I hope you're doing
I
better
would have
now,
been a knee
Daniel.
replacement. But I just made it into a reconstruction.
Well, the next thing that's going to have to be reconstructed is going to be my left shoulder. So, they did what is it? They had to repair the tendon on the outside of the shoulder because I had a partial tear on it. And then they went in and scraped all the arthritis and stuff out of it. And I'm on Oxy, Gina. Jay wants them to turn me into Wolverine.
No, you're Steve Austin, dude.
Well, I almost lost my temper the other week. Well, I did lose my temper, but I caught myself in time. But I scared the hell out of somebody. I know that.
Oh, that's easily done.
The guy was he was hiding behind Caitlin. So what's that tell you about him? That's
He's a girl.
That's unbelievable. I would never, ever put a woman in front of me. That's just the opposite. You know, you always get between the danger and the woman.
I would agree.
The same with a child or an animal. You protect. You don't hide behind them.
Depends on the animal.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you have a Rottweiler or a big dog that's designed to protect you, then yeah, I get that. German Shepherds are good with that.
Yep.
But
you're a crocodile.
Yeah, he was hiding behind Caitlin, and he was giving me disrespectful eye contact. If you understand what you know what I'm saying when I say that?
Yeah, I think I do understand it. He was annoying you, and he was getting you to the point where he wanted you to hit him, but he was hiding so that you couldn't.
Oh no, I could have. I got a hold of his shirt. I moved Katie out of the way, and I said, now
Yeah,
that she's out of the way, I said, why don't you act disrespectful to me? And then all of a
yeah,
sudden I wasn't. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Is this that kid up the street?
Yeah, yeah. Well, not
Okay.
he doesn't live up the street. His parents live up the road from me. Um, he actually lives over in Columbia, which is about a 10-15 minute drive.
Oh, okay.
And he's just he broke his probation to get a hold of Caitlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's not,
That's not
because of
smart.
what he did, he's not allowed to be on the internet or use any kind of electronic communication devices besides a cell phone.
Oh,
He's allowed
really?
to text and call people, but he's not allowed to be on the internet at all.
Oh,
And
really?
he got on his brother's phone and got on TikTok and messaged Caitlin.
Oh. So
Yep.
he hit anyway.
Well, we'll see what happens because, like I said, I'm a giant asshole. So I called his probation officer and sent
Yeah.
I sent her all of the screenshots of the conversation so she could
Mm-hmm.
see that he was. So I don't know what's going to happen yet. She asked me. She said, "Would you be willing to testify if I have to subpoena you for court?" I said, "Hell yeah, let's go." I
Yeah.
said, "I've been."
The guy needs
I said, "I've
help.
been." I said, "I've been in this guy's face numerous times already." I said, "I've already told him that how lucky he is because normally if it was a pedophile, I would have beat him into the ground. Seriously.
No,
Um,
I wouldn't blame you.
but because I'm dealing with my daughter, I'm trying to restrain myself a little bit,
Yep.
but still get my point across."
Yeah. You're protecting. It's what you're doing.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
my
have to
job.
defend yourself. It's
My daughter doesn't register at a 25-year-old level. She has a brain
no.
injury from when she was little, and she's stuck
Yep.
as a teenager.
Yep. I get it.
And
I,
so
I live
therefore,
with Asperger syndrome. I think I'm stuck somewhere in the 20s.
yeah,
I mean, I can't say because there's no evidence. I can't go back to a CT scan because they would tell me my brain's normal. And indeed, if I was to go back through the whole process, I would probably be demoted, so to speak.
yeah.
Found to be normal, which means I would lose the pension.
Hmm. Yeah, Daniel, that's the whole thing. I mean, we talk and carry on about stuff a lot, but I don't have to pretend to be something that I'm not to anybody here. Um, you know, and it's like I told Caitlin and this kid, I said, I'm from a different generation than you guys. I said, in my generation, if you had a problem with somebody, you didn't sit there and go back and forth on a phone or on a keyboard. I said, you went face to face with them and you talked it out or you fought about it. And then afterwards you shook hands and moved on,
Yeah.
because he got pissed off because he overheard me saying something over the phone. And he came over here acting like he was going to do something, all big and bad. And I went down and I got right up in his face and I told him flat out, I said, anything that I say behind your back, I'll tell you right to your face. I said, listen, I have nothing against you personally. I said, but I can't get past what you did.
Mm.
And I flat out told him, I said, you're lucky, because I said, normally I would have beat the shit out of you. And I would have scared you so bad that you wouldn't want another beating, which is exactly what would happen if you call the cops.
Yeah. Why would he call the cops on you?
If I would beat his ass.
Oh, okay.
He's a crybaby.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly,
So he's
Jay.
quite a man.
So, yep, exactly. We settled it the same day, and you didn't cry about it if you got your ass beat. As long as it was a fair fight. If it wasn't a fair fight, then you got pissed off and wanted to beat their ass later again.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
So, well, y'all, it is, what the hell time is it?
22 past an hour.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Andrew. I appreciate it, bud.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Be safe at work. And we will talk to you again real soon. And thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate yous. And I will go in and find something to put on for a movie or something tonight. Here in a couple minutes. I got to get the fire put out and stuff first. But as always, I love you all and I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Let me put my ugly face up on the screen here before we go. All right, y'all. Love you. Take care. Sasquatch is out. Peace, y'all.